Oh wow, we need to talk about FIFA 20 career mode and a lot more. There is a load of new information about to release. If you guys have not played FIFA 20 career mode, then you may have not realized how many players have been affected by the amount of issues in the mode. It is still, for me, one of the best modes in all of FIFA. I think a lot of people play career mode, right? So many of you guys play career mode. I play every now and then. It's very fun. I love it, especially if you're the kind of person who doesn't really feel like playing Ultimate Team. Career mode's probably your game. So when there's this many issues in career mode, they need to take note. And it's looking like we're about to get the biggest FIFA update maybe ever. So what has happened? I'll leave a link down below to this, guys, but this amazing kind of compilation of info for what's wrong with FIFA 20 career mode was posted. So, as you guys can see over there, the press conference questions and answers are extremely repetitive. The editing of play glitches the player to change positions. For example, editing a centre mid will change their positions to a cam or CDM. Again, this is hopefully going to be fixed, and we'll get into that very shortly. Number 3, a team selection is bad or worse. Top 6 teams are fielding reserves or substitute players. This is unacceptable, obviously. This has been going on for years now with no fix, and they did say thing in pitch notes it would be fixed, so yeah, they need to fix that ASAP. Table realism. I'm going to show you about that shortly. I'm going to sim an entire season and see where the top teams are, but as he says there, the top 6 are finishing at extremely low positions, and teams are winning with around 60 points. So, yeah, the career mode is, in a nutshell, completely broken. And I'm hoping that the new update will fix everything. I really think they hopefully will. The fact that they're responding to this fast is a good sign. So, we'll get into that shortly. Also, player conversations are just not exciting. And same goes for the press conferences. There's no risk or reward for press conference interview questions. After a few years, the Europa League does not progress to playoffs, and Champions League doesn't even get started. When you look at matches played for those competitions, some of them will show up as to be decided versus to be decided. Dynamic potential, even if a player is in bad form, they'll still grow in rating. When you edit a player, the overall drops as well. In the calendar, multiple games a day or less apart still is not fixed, so the calendar is still not fully working, guys. I mean, this is a massive list. I'll let you guys read the second list now after I read the first one, but if you play in ultimate difficulty, you can still beat the AI top teams by even 7 goals at times. The max height for creator players is only 6'2". I mean, the list is even bigger than that. It's insane. So I really am so surprised as to how there are this many issues. But the good news is, guys, EA have responded. To let you guys know about something else as well, this brilliant basketball player for the Philadelphia 76ers, Joel Embiid, who is a fantastic player, by the way, did tweet out this: can we update the rosters? Can we make sure big teams not relegated or playing their 6th team? Update Champions League and Europa League groups. I only play career mode, so let's make me happy. Thanks. That was Joel Embiid there, guys, from the 76ers in the NBA. So everyone is going on about it. Also, this amazing Twitter account, this was, I believe, a career mode Twitter account, guys, I'm friends with. They are 15th in the Serie A table, yet they've got a 90 manager rating. That is a real thing. So what the hell are EA doing with this? Well, guys, let's get into that right now. This is honestly, it's actually brilliant, to be fair to EA, that they're responding this quickly. Like, you may be surprised to me saying that, but you've got to give credit where credit's due. They've stayed in the office over time, and they're trying to fix these issues. So hopefully they're going to fix them. So let's get into it, guys. And by the way, there is loads of really interesting Ultimate Team updates to talk about. So This from a good man and good friend Zoro, who I love, he's brilliant. He said, is there any information you can share on these issues in career mode that have been reported by the community? Yes, the team is currently working to investigate community concerns and are looking to address them in future title updates. Here are some of the top priorities. So, AI teams dressing low overall rated lineups in inappropriate situations. The dev response to this is, well, we've made improvements this year to lineup selections, especially with respect to how the team is chosen when formation is changed. We've also had the feedback that people are still seeing situations where a weaker starting 11 is chosen than should be. For example, if you didn't know, like if you are, for example, Piemonte Calcio, you'd have Ronaldo starting a striker in FIFA 20 career mode, right? However, if you look at the squad, there'll be like a 54 rated goalkeeper playing. There'll be a 65 pair centre-back playing, like a pair of 65 rated centre-backs playing. They're not playing the right players. So it's really interesting to see what they're going to do. So they're going to hopefully fix that. And again, when the AI is in control of top teams, they are sometimes appearing low in the table, occasionally even being relegated. I have seen Man City relegated, that's a thing. So the dev response, EA's response, we've seen this being reported by our community and we're currently investigating what may be causing this to happen so we can work on identifying a resolution in a future title update. So they're going to hopefully fix that very soon. It's crazy how many issues there have been though. Improvements for the career mode scheduling algorithms to avoid match congestion. From the feedback we'd received in FIFA 19, we made addressing these concerns a priority in FIFA 20 and implemented logic improvements to the system early in the development cycle, where the results we were seeing were positive. Unfortunately, a change that we made late in the development cycle, which was the insertion of the authentic fixture schedule for the first season of the career mode, resulted in an issue where the rescheduling of games is creating new match congestion issues. Our team is investigating a fix for this new issue and also performing another sweep of the system to see if there are any further improvements we can make to improve the algorithm. So they're hopefully going to fix that, guys, again in the next update. Press conferences asking questions about things that aren't relevant to the save, asking about relegation when finishing in the top 4. As this is a new feature in career mode and due to the large amount of text and options that are present, despite our best efforts during testing to identify and resolve as many of these issues as possible, there are some issues that have been found by our players that we were unable to find during the development cycle. The team is taking in the feedback it is seeing from players and looking to release fixes to these issues in future title updates. Again, you guys can hopefully read that for yourselves there, but there's more regarding dynamic potential. Editing players is a big one right there. The career mode, UEL and Champions League not working correctly. So again, these are all things that are hopefully going to be fixed. So for example, dynamic potential there, where it would result in some unrealistic scenarios where some players in bad form are going up in their rating. So again, guys, they're going to hopefully fix that in the next update. So like, this is massive. Career mode, I genuinely, seriously feel so sorry if you are one of those players on FIFA who loves career mode, who plays career mode. If you stream or make YouTube videos in career mode, this has been a terrible start to the new career mode in FIFA 20. And it's really annoying. This should be one of the best, if not the best game mode in the whole of FIFA. It's got the fantastic base. I still think it's got a long way to go. And I've said this to EA at Gamescom. I feel like career mode still needs a lot of work to make sure that it's met with greatness and appreciation. This should be a fantastic game mode, right? However, this was not ready. Let's be honest, guys. This was not ready to launch in FIFA 20, was it, at all? It just wasn't. The good thing is, though, I'm very happy that EA are looking into all of these issues regarding career mode to fix it. So many professional athletes, I'm always surprised, do play career mode. They don't play Ultimate Team. So when everyone's like tweeting about it, when you guys are having a hashtag for fix career mode, it's brilliant. Keep on being productive. If you can like not be negative with your feedback, guys, in terms of saying, oh my God, like whenever someone says EA suck balls, they're crap, you're not going to get anywhere with that. If you say, EA, your career mode's broken, dynamic potential's broken, this needs updating, you're going to get further. That's something I always think is a big step in the right direction. And you guys have been, so fair play. I'll clap you for that. So that is career mode. However, let's have a look as to what happens when you sim an entire season. Where will Liverpool finish in the Premier League? Where will Man United finish? Will Arsenal or Chelsea get relegated? Will Spurs finish in the top half? I do not know. That is a massive issue. The editing player glitch has been a massive glitch, guys, I've seen as well in career mode. So there's so many things that need to be fixed. It is crazy. One big thing I'll say while that's simming in the background, I honestly think what would help EA is more time. I genuinely don't think a year to do as much as they'd want to do in career mode is enough time. Look at many issues there are around launch date for the new career mode, right? I honestly think it would be better in the future if FIFA wasn't a launch every year. FIFA was just a game that updated maybe every few months. You know what I mean? That way, you won't have as many issues. It'll give EA more time to bring out exciting new updates. It'd be weird not having a launch every September, guys, but we'd fast get used to it. I do think we're going in that direction with like subscription services. I think that's going to be the case of FIFA. Generally, I am 98% confident that's going to happen. And I think that's a good thing. I think isn't FIFA Online very similar in that way? I think it is. But yeah, I think FIFA would do better because of that. And for Ultimate Team, it would do. So while that is still simming, guys, I want to get into something that I've been really passionate about since the capture event. To be honest, at the capture event, we didn't really have enough time to grasp how the SBCs would be because you weren't really doing that many SBCs in one go. However, there is a bit of an update here, guys, in regards to SBCs. I've been hammering about this on my live streams that SBCs are simply too slow to complete in FIFA 20. They are too slow. It's too clunky. It's just not fast enough, you know what I mean? It's not responsive enough. I love the design. I think the design is the best I've seen in FIFA, but it takes twice as long as last year for me, maybe 3 times as long to complete one SBC. So what have they completed from the... Sorry, what have they updated right here? So we will have... will we have any updates to the to the squad building UI? The perception right now is that it takes too long to complete SBCs when compared to previous foots. Is there any chance of this being addressed in a title update? So, when we did the redesign of the squad screen, we had goals to unite the club, squad and transfer market functionality into the squad screen and simplify concepts that may have been challenging for players. Our intent was always to maintain many of the power flows for our veteran players, but through the closed beta and during early access, we had feedback from players that these flows were not as efficient in some cases. As a result, we have some changes coming in a future title update that are focused on improving some of the key flows in the squad screen. What we have planned to deliver is roughly below. Improve the discoverability of and added the new functionality to multi-swap in the squad screen and SBC screen, obviously squad building challenge screen. When on the club tab of the squad screen, players can now turn on multi-swap regardless of how the player entered the tabs. That's very good news. When multi-swap is active, players will be able to cycle through the positions in their squad, including the subs and reserves, enabling the ability to swap player items in all positions without leaving the club tab. The minimap image on the screen shows which position you are currently selecting and now also includes subs and reserves. When highlighting a specific position in the squad, there is an option to refresh search results and to update based on the currently selected position. So this is good news. This hopefully will restore the speed SBCs used to, because if this stayed the same, it would take me like about half an hour to do 10 SBCs. In last FIFA, I could probably do 10 SBCs in like 12 minutes. Yeah, I used to time myself. So, adjustments to player item swapping functionality on the club tab. When changing to the club tab, without having specifically selected a position on your squad first, it will no longer assume that you want to swap players for a specific position. when you select a player item on the club tab, it will not automatically send that player to your squad. Instead, you need to manually change back to the squad tab. And again, once you've done this, you'll be able to specifically select a position on your squad that you want to place or swap that player into. Backing out of player search while on the club tab of the squad screen will no longer take players to the squad tab and will instead keep them on the club tab. So that hopefully is good news. Thoughts on that, guys, in the comments below? Let me know. Also, in FIFA 20, it's not currently possible to view the requirements for each rank in division rivals or each tier in squad battles. Is there a plan to address this? And they said, yeah, this was an unfortunate miss on our part when the screens in this area were redesigned for FIFA 20, so it wasn't on our radar until the feedback started coming from the community during early access. We're working on correcting this in a future title update. So, there is gameplay as well. There's been some frustration from players around certain skill moves not registering correctly. Is this something you're planning on fixing? And they said, yeah, they're trying to fix these skill moves for the next targeted future title update. Headers, guys, are going to be increased a bit, I think. Apparently, last season in all of football, was it 1.6% crosses resulted in a goal? So I think that's why they've done this, made headers and crosses pretty useless. I'm actually okay with that because, I mean, if you do look at football, they're not that, great in terms of resulting in goals. But based on feedback from FIFA 19, both from players directly and based on our own data, the decision was made to make crossing and corners less effective. I think that's good, though, because corners were too powerful, resulting in less goals from headers. A big part of this decision is an effort to promote skill, differentiation, and the idea that most of the goals that are scored are the direct result of player actions. While we're always looking at ways to improve the game at the moment, we don't have any plan to change this in FIFA 20. So actually, hold on, they're not going to improve it. So that's actually, I like that. Do you guys agree with that? Let me know. Defensive clearances seem like they're much weaker in FIFA 20. Are there plans to address this? In FIFA 19, using the pass button to clear the ball via header was often an effective way of executing a clearance. In FIFA 20, due to the changes to headers, as covered in the previous question, players who are using the pass button may be seeing those clearances be less effective than in previous years. I've always said, use circle or use square. That's always a good thing to do, guys. And yeah, so defo do that. It doesn't look like they're going to update that either, like headers. Are there any plans to release changes and fixes to goalkeepers, specifically around the manner by which they're punching the ball in situations? There are a number of updates and fixes that we've been working on that are targeting for release in the future title update. And gotta say, I genuinely think maybe this is early on. I am liking this gameplay. I think if they just fix rebounds, player switching, we could be on for a good year of FIFA gameplay. I like this gameplay. I'm saying it how it is. I really, really like it right now. However, rebounds does need to be fixed. And yeah, when can we expect the first title update with gameplay changes? And can you provide any insight on what will be in that update? Providing a specific date or time for when a title update will release is not something we do, as we're often relying on things outside of our control to deliver against a date. That being said, you can expect that a title update which contains gameplay updates will be arriving within the next week or two. So it's going to be happening fast, guys. The new update will be here very shortly, which is very good news. This is probably the biggest FIFA update I think we've ever seen. We saw some massive updates in FIFA 17. That was a big FIFA for updates. It really was. However, this is going to be the biggest one and most needed update we've probably ever seen. This is I'm enjoying making this video, by the way. I gotta say, I'm really enjoying it, man. This update video is, it's hype. I'm really excited to see what they actually bring out. Also, PC players will get the update first, as always, so I may cover that in a different video as they get the full patch notes. There may be some more additions as well to the full update. Also, while I'm doing that, the career mode is nearly finished, so we're nearly at the end of the sim, which is awesome. So I'm going to have a look at what is specifically going wrong right now. Specifically, cannot say the word today. So the end of the Premier League season is about to happen, and I want to see if the glitches that are happening to a lot of people are also happening to me right now. What is going on in FIFA 20 career mode? I want to see it. Go on, Liverpool. Let's hopefully win the league. Like, hopefully this season we just beat Sheffield United 1-0. So hopefully we can win the league this season. That would be fantastic. Go on, Liverpool. You can do it. Go on. Anyway, I think this has really woken EA up in terms of career mode as well, specifically. It's insane how broken this mode is. Like, I've seen so many bugs and glitches and fixes that are needed, and you know, to see that many this early on was eye-opening, and I think it's opened the AIs massively. Have we got to the Champions League final there? I think we've got to the Champions League final, guys. That's amazing. Hopefully we can beat Real Madrid. So I think this would be a big wake-up call for EA. If I was someone who worked on career mode, you obviously would have known these issues. So it's obviously the guys who made career mode must be feeling very, very sick this morning. So they're very pleased that these updates are going to be coming out. Anyway, we've done it, guys. So we lost 3-2 in the Champions League final, I think. Did we really lose that? We lost. Oh, for God's sake, we lost the final. Damn. Okay, so the Premier League has finished. 48 rating, by the way. We are... Oh my God, this is... What? That's... Wow. Wow. Guys, that is fascinating. Look at the Premier League table. If you're talking about realism, surely Sheffield United should be doing better. They're like, what, 6th in the Premier League right now? They are nearly on half the points of Burnley. But more importantly, 13th for Chelsea? Oh my God, 10th for Arsenal. Everton are above us, yet we got to the Champions League final. What, man? Newcastle United are second. I didn't even see that. Spurs winning is not exactly out of the equation, but Newcastle United are second. Right, which players played for Liverpool? Who got the most goals? Lingard, 13 goals, as if. What? How do we go to the... Is it team stats? I think it's team stats, isn't it? So, here we go. Yeah, this is the one. I want to see, right? Newcastle, did they have all their players playing? They probably did. Joe Linton. See, Newcastle came second, yet they're... Oh no, they had quite a few players score loads of goals. Joe Linton had a good season. So, Liverpool, who did we play? Ryan Kent got 12 games. This is really fascinating. Trent obviously would always play. Van der Berg, 13 games. There are Herbie Keane played 12 times. Fabinho only played 11 times. Oh, this is so messed up. Which is great, though, in terms of they're seeing what they've done wrong here. Arsenal. Who didn't make many appearances for Arsenal? Who made a lot of appearances who probably wouldn't? This guy made a lot of appearances. You know what? Chelsea did even worse. Who did they play the most? Pulisic played a lot there. Sebastian Coates. Did they really sign him? That's a really weird one. Reece James. He's a good player, actually. To be fair, Chelsea played a lot of their normal players. Although, I mean, look how many players are playing, man. 10 games there for Willy Caballero. Bakayoko, a few there. There are a lot of players here who should not be playing. Man United, who played for them this season? Let's see. Tuanzebe, really? 20 games? That is crazy. Seeing this, Dimitri Mitchell. That's mad. Guys, this is absolutely incredible. So that is another massive part of FIFA, what they need to fix. Obviously, career mode is the biggest one out of all of this. So let me know, guys, your thoughts in the comments about career mode. Do you play career mode? Which other issues have you seen? Comment down below. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. This update is going to be game-breaking.